News reports an epidemic in China caused by a worm-like parasite dubbed the worm flu, which spreads through blood, not air. In California, Emma struggles at her new school while her sister Stacy thrives with friends and a boyfriend. Stacy offers Evan a ride, and their dad, Michael, awkwardly drives them. Stacy's suggestive texts lead to a fight with Emma. Their mother, out of state, calls, adding tension to the dinner conversation where Michael scolds Stacy for using her phone. Stacy lashes out and is sent to her room. Emma video chats with Gracie, who's sick from her mother's cough. They watch a disturbing video linked to the worm flu. Emma responds to a paper plane from Evan with her number and meets him outside for a brief, sweet moment before Evan's stepfather interrupts. Emma returns inside and learns from Michael that their mom is struggling due to his recent demotion. Michael's class, the next day, covers parasites, showing videos and a live larva. Gracie suddenly coughs up blood and has a seizure. Emma calls for help. A boy takes care of Gracie while Emma searches for the nurse. Gracie collapses, vomiting blood. A government agent questions Emma about Gracie's recent activities. Classes are canceled, and the military quarantines the town. Michael learns his wife is stranded at the airport and goes to pick her up. The sisters hitch a ride home and see some neighbors preparing to leave town. Back at home, Emma learns online that California is officially infected and that the parasite is rapidly mutating. She tries to call Gracie, but only gets voicemail. Suddenly, Emma hears a strange noise and sees a deer in the garden. However, the deer vanishes when a loud helicopter flies by. Michael calls the girls, saying that roads are closed and he's stuck. He tells them to stay home and not to invite anyone over since the whole county is under quarantine. In the evening, while Emma is changing, she gets a text from Evan saying he can see her through the window. They use the opportunity to flirt. Later, the sisters notice they have little food left, so they bake brownies and watch the president's speech. He assures that if everyone follows the protocols, they can control the parasite. While Emma is in the kitchen, she hears a strange noise outside. She looks through the mailbox and is startled by a moving shadow. Emma is frightened, but Stacy thinks she's overreacting and opens the door to find no one outside. Suddenly, someone grabs Emma by the neck and makes her scream. It turns out to be a prank by Stacy and her boyfriend, CJ. Emma, annoyed, reminds them of Michael's rules, but they ignore her and run to Stacy's room. Emma checks social media and sees a post from Gracie's parents saying she's in stable condition. In the comments, she finds a video from a conspiracy theorist claiming the situation is worse than the government admits. The next morning, Emma wakes up to the sound of CDC vehicles passing by the neighborhood. Stacy, CJ, and Emma find boxes with field rations, a flare, a flashlight, a first aid kit, and masks. A note inside tells them to contact the authorities immediately if anyone shows symptoms. Stacy and CJ don't take the situation seriously, but their fun is interrupted by a call from their mother, who is still stuck at the airport. A short while later, Emma watches the news and finds out that several infected patients have gone missing. Stacy tells Emma that she and CJ are heading to a party, ignoring Emma's protests. After they leave, Emma gets a text from Evan saying he'll see her at the party because Stacy used her phone to invite him. Emma decides to go as well, even though it means breaking the rules. The party is held in an abandoned building and is packed with teens drinking. Emma is the only one wearing a mask. She spots a boy in a hoodie, acting strangely and sneaking around. Emma finds Evan, and they dance and share a drink before looking for some privacy. Most of the rooms are occupied by couples, so they end up sitting in a bathtub. Evan tells Emma he likes her, but they're interrupted by Stacy's shouting. Stacy is arguing with another girl and CJ because she caught CJ cheating. As Emma tries to comfort her, Hoodie Guy grabs a girl by her jacket. Another boy steps in to help, but Hoodie Guy, showing red eyes and dark veins, reveals he's infected. He easily throws the other guy aside, causing chaos as everyone realizes he's attacking. Emma and Stacy run to hide in a different room, peeking through a hole in the wall to see everyone fleeing from the infected guy. They stay quiet until the noises stop, and when they look out again, they see a girl trying to sneak away. Unfortunately, she makes a noise, and the infected guy finds her, killing her immediately. After Hoodie Guy finishes with the body, the sisters wait for him to leave, then cautiously step out. Unfortunately, they accidentally knock over a bottle, and Hoodie Guy starts chasing them. Stacy pushes Emma out of the way, but Hoodie Guy spits blood on her face. He then turns his attention to Emma, tearing off her mask. Emma struggles, but manages to punch him and knock him down. Meanwhile, a parasite enters Stacy's body through her eye, but she keeps it to herself. Hoodie Guy quickly recovers and tries to attack again, but Dave appears, hitting him with a piece of wood and knocking him out. Hearing police sirens approaching, the teens escape through the back door. Back home, Stacy cleans off the blood, while Emma continues watching The Conspiracy Theorist. She learns that people are going mad worldwide, and the theorist suggests that parasites might be able to communicate through a hidden network. He also mentions that infected people often go missing because they gather to form nests. The video is interrupted by a government message advising people to report any symptoms. Emma tries to text Evan, but he doesn't respond and turns off his lights. The next day, Army scientists scan the girls for signs of the virus and ask if they've been in contact with an infected person. They both say no. After the scientists leave, Stacy notices something strange on her neck and covers it with her hair. On the news, empty streets are shown, and the military is marking cleared houses with graffiti. The sisters receive a call from Michael, who tells them to lock all the windows and doors and find his gun. The call cuts off before he can say more. When the girls check their phone, they find there's no signal. The news reports that the Chinese government is bombing areas with high infection rates. But the broadcast cuts out and is replaced by an emergency alert announcing martial law. Emma and Stacy search for the gun. Emma finds their mom's wedding ring, which shows there's trouble between their parents. Stacy finds the gun and surprises Emma by handling it expertly, mentioning that Michael used to train her with it in the rain. In the evening, a neighbor fires a flare to signal for help because someone is infected. Emma tries to text Michael, but the network is down. When soldiers arrive, they drag an infected woman away, despite her husband's pleas. More flares start appearing in the sky, showing the parasite is spreading quickly through the neighborhood. Realizing it's too dangerous, the sisters decide to leave in their car. Emma tries to invite Evan, but Bill closes the window on her. As they drive, they encounter a military blockade that prevents them from continuing. Stacy tries to persuade the soldiers to let them through, but Emma spots a truck speeding toward them and calls her back. As Stacy hurries to the car, the truck gets too close to the barrier, and the soldiers open fire. The girls use the distraction to escape and head back home. The next morning, Stacy notices a bump forming at the base of her neck but keeps it hidden. A government vehicle announces that it's now illegal to harbor infected people. That night, Stacy starts to confess Michael's affair, but is interrupted by her own coughing. Evan arrives, revealing that Bill is infected, and they lock him out. Bill breaks a window and attacks, but Stacy shoots him just in time. Stacy collapses, infected and having a seizure. Emma locks her in the bathroom and deceives the army by marking the house as healthy. Stacy pleads for food and begs Emma to leave her behind, but Emma stays by her side. Emma recalls a method from Michael's video for dealing with parasites. She and Evan sedate Stacy, then remove the long worm from her neck. After a fierce struggle, they kill the worm, and Stacy starts to recover. The next day, as the army announces an evacuation, Emma refuses to leave. She finds Stacy missing and discovers her running away. Chasing Stacy leads them to a house where they find a dead family and a nest of infected people, including Gracie. They narrowly escape from the infected. Back at the house, Stacy, now fully under the parasite's control, attacks Emma. Emma reluctantly shoots her, then escapes with Evan as the military bombs the area. They jump into a swimming pool for safety and find their town in ruins. At a roadblock, they discover the soldiers have left. Emma finds a family photo with a note from her dad directing them to their uncle's house in Washington. They steal a car and drive off, sharing a kiss before heading to safety.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stay connected with us.